Hey folks, I'm Ripster Dandy. Welcome back to Star Technologies, where we make technology among the stars. Right off the bat, you'll probably notice that I am holding an energy acceptor from Applied Energistics. How did I get this? And furthermore, how am I rocking a sweet pair of jet boots? Well, short story is it was a very grueling 3.5 hours. But here's the long story. Okay, voiceover dandy time. Let's do this. To start, I needed sphalerite dust and realgar dust, but I didn't actually need them. What I needed was their byproducts, gallium and arsenic. We also get sulfur from this, but I didn't need sulfur. I just needed the gallium and arsenic to make gallium arsenide dust, which we use to make diodes. And diodes are one of the crafting components for the good electronic circuit. It's the next thing on the quest line if you had a peek there. To make diodes, I needed fine copper wire and liquid glass. Thankfully, we can skip the whole glass dust process by throwing sand and oxygen into an arc furnace, turning it directly into glass. And to make the liquid glass, we just throw the glass in an extractor. Simple stuff. As for the fine copper wire, I just threw some copper in a wire mill. And we just let it cook in the basic assembler. Here you'll see I'm trying to make the good electronic circuit. It's a bit more complicated than just a few pieces of dust and wire. See, to start I needed sodium persulfate, and that's probably the most complicated thing here, really. See, to make sodium persulfate, I needed hydrogen. To get hydrogen, I needed distilled water. And to get distilled water, I needed a distillery. So I grabbed a distillery and some fluid cable, hooked it up back here, and that just ran like a peach. Sorry, that made no sense. But I'm making distilled water, and that got me hydrogen in the electrolyzer. Combining hydrogen and sulfur dust in a chemical reactor gets me hydrogen sulfide. Then, if I take this hydrogen sulfide, as well as some oxygen, that gets me sulfuric acid. I combine that sulfuric acid with some salt that we can get from just crushing salt, which is one of the things we get from the sieve. We get sodium bisulfate dust, which we then throw in the electrolyzer to make sodium persulfate. It's a whole process. But as for the other components, it's just glue and wood chips for the phenolic circuit board. And the other thing is just silver foil, which we can just put silver in the rolling mill just once or twice and we get the silver foil. And that makes us a phenolic printed circuit board, which is the main component for the good electronic circuit. As for everything else, just some basic parts that we've made before. Only I need to make some more of them. Now, after I made that good electronic circuit, we needed to move into MV. So I had to make some aluminum dust, which we get from just crushing emeralds and other gems, and throwing it in the centrifuge. Once I had enough aluminum, I turned it all into plates and made the MV machine casing. It's one of my proudest moments here. And shortly after, I crafted the machine hull, which officially gave us access to the MV machine tier. Now, the next thing I needed to make was the advanced assembler. And I'm proud of this thing, because what the advanced assembler does is it actually unlocks the jet boots. So now you know where I got those from. And shortly after I crafted all the other items required for MV. Mainly the MV energy converter, which looking back, I probably should have made a 16 amp one, but this 4 amp one will do for now. And here's the first mistake I made. I'm using copper nickel wire. I should be using signalum. I mean, I do have it after all, and it's the one superconductor. It doesn't use up any energy over distances. Well, folks, with all that done, all that remained is to craft the energy acceptor, which was crafted with star steel and quartz glass. Quartz glass made with glass and Certus quartz dust. It's the same recipe as well, the recipe remained unchanged. But the energy acceptor recipe, this is changed a bit. See, we need star steel in this. And to make star steel, we need steel and skystone dust. Steel, well, you know how we get that thing. And skystone dust, we actually have to sieve dust. You've probably seen it in an episode before this. But, with all that said and done, the last thing we do is place this down right here. I'm not carrying any wire cutters. I should have grabbed some. You're just sitting here with me for this last thing. And we hook this up. Will it blow up? Nope, it's online, and we can't even do anything with it, 'cause, uh, is that off? The pixels are off. That's hilarious. Well, with that, grab yourself a nice cup of iced tea. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.